Hey everyone, it's Carla from MarketEdge.com. I just read our weekly market letter and I wanted to point out a few things that I thought were pretty interesting to note. But let's get started with a few basic numbers here. So for the period of last week, the Dow actually added 0.6%, S&P 500 lost negative 0.3%, NASDAQ lost negative 1.9%, and the Russell 2000 also lost negative 1.7%. All right, now on to a few things that I thought were pretty interesting. So on MarketEdge.com, we have our ETF Center where we track multiple ETF categories, which brings the first thing that I thought was interesting to note from the weekly market letter, which was the top 3 performing ETF categories of last week. The top 3 performers were commodity energy ETFs, shorting ETFs, and energy sector ETFs. So essentially defensive ETF categories and bearish ETF categories were our top performing categories of our ETF Center last week. Second thing that I thought was interesting to note, we also have our industry group section on MarketEdge.com. So of the 91 industry groups that we track, there were 70 that were regarded as strong and 21 industry groups that were considered weak or deteriorating. So that doesn't really mean much unless you know what they were the prior week to that, which actually the prior week to that, there were 80 strong industry groups and only 11 that were considered weak or deteriorating. So you're seeing a decline in the strength of the industry groups as well. Saving the best for last, the third thing that I thought was interesting to note from the weekly market letter is the fact that August and September historically are the 2 weakest periods of the year for the stock market, with September actually being the only month that the Dow, S&P 500, and NASDAQ carry a negative reading. Unfortunately, this year could be even harsher than normal. We go into detail what brings us to saying that. So if you'd like to check out the full article, go ahead and give it a read at MarketEdge.com. And if you've made it this far, thank you for watching. Be sure to give us a follow so that you get all of our updates first.